And welcome back. So, before we went to break, we were talking about drugs. And funnily, oddly enough, we don't have to be on drugs to be talking about them.
No, we do not. We don't recommend that you do it either.
No, we get a natural high.
Yes. Well, so I was watching Ricky Lake.
So tell me a story.
And she had a guest who, within her, so she leaves for college as she described herself as goody two-shoes, okay?
It's always the goody two-shoes.
I know, well, this is what worries me. Okay, so she goes to college, and within 2 weeks,
You're kidding.
she has tried a variety of drugs and begins her daily use of cocaine.
So...
I'm just saying.
Did she say what her gateway drug was? Because usually there's a gate. You don't just jump to cocaine.
No, that's what I'm saying. She tried a variety. She said there were several, but the one that took her down
So it was just like an all-you-can-eat buffet. They just laid out. Here's a plethora of drugs.
It was an up or downer party mix.
It's an up or down.
Have some, you'll feel better. Or worse. Karen. Anyway. So she was doing cocaine every day, like a lot of it. She's a pretty tall girl, and she had gotten down to like 84 pounds.
That's
bad.
Anorexic.
Yeah, it was bad.
Skeleton.
And she was saying that it was really bad, and et cetera, et cetera. But my concern was...
Right. That Ricky Lake's not on the air anymore.
Well, that is a concern. But I have a niece that's going to college soon.
Right.
Now, granted, I'm pretty confident that she's not going to end up on cocaine. However, the fact that it can happen in 2 weeks... I'm going to be calling you, Adrian, every other week.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adrian. I'm just so sorry.
It's out of love. And a little bit of stalker tendencies, but nonetheless.
A little bit control freak.
Okay, it's not that I think that Adrian's going to be taking drugs, because I know her better than that. She knows that I would hunt her down.
Yes, no.
But I'm concerned about her friends. Let's say that.
No, I'm sure she has a good circle, right? Does she know who she's living with yet?
I don't know. But I also wanted to know, I didn't find out, where this girl went to college. Because I'm guessing that, the college where my niece is going is not one of those places, but I don't know. She didn't say.
Nobody ever thinks it's one of those places.
It's true.
Wow.
It's just amazing how fast it happens.
Yeah.
And then we're watching it, and my husband's like, where did she get the money for all those drugs? Right as she's saying, it was sad because I was stealing from my friends.
She's getting favors
to
start with. Yeah.
And she's stealing.
Yeah. I had some questionable students that did some questionable things. And
did you have to check your wallet every day at the end?
Not my wallet, but you definitely went through like your desk to make sure. I had a flash drive disappear once.
That's right. Recently we drove past that school, and as I did, I thought, I wonder where that flash drive is. I wonder if it got chopped to little bits in the lawnmower.
I hope it got chopped to little bits in the lawnmower, because I would rather that than some klepto child.
They wouldn't know what to do with your information anyway.
No, they really wouldn't.
Speaking of identity thievery.
Are we going to talk about the movie?
I loved that movie.
It was a good movie. She punched people in the throat.
Any movie with throat punching has got 5 stars just out of the gate from me.
Honestly, it's the only reason we saw that movie to begin with.
And it was pretty good.
Throat punching, it was funny.
She throat punched a couple of different times.
And Jason Bateman was good, and Arrested Development's coming back too.
That's right, I can't wait.
On Netflix, so anyway.
Is it Netflix exclusive?
It is Netflix exclusive, but if you just have the membership.
Well, I don't have a membership, but that will get me to get one.
Yeah, that will, I think, that will encourage a lot of people. If anything pushes me into Netflix again,
it's Arrested Development.
Well, and you need to make sure you watch it when it does come back on, because that's going to lead in so you can understand when the movie comes out.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting there's going to be a movie.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
Okay, do you remember what we were talking about?
Throat punching?
Throat punching, because I meant to segue back to that, because I felt bad because I stole your thunder.
It's okay. Thunder.
Lightning. Fists of fury.
Yes. Anyway, we were talking about identity thieves.
Oh yes, identity thieves.
So which reminded me of a book that I have purchased thanks to my friend Lamont for posting a picture.
I don't know that one either.
Yes, you do. He was my boss.
Okay.
I took ice cream in the middle of a board meeting once.
I remember that story, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Continue.
It was fun. Everyone was jealous. Anyway, so he posted a picture out of this book called Knife Ball. And it's the perfect kind of book for me. It's one of those alphabet books that I would like to read to my young, impressionable nieces and nephews. Now, I started doing this when the older ones were young, and look how they turned out. It's great, clearly.
They turned out great.
Haven't they?
They have no concerns at all.
We have the Gashly Crumb Tiny alphabet book, which is fantastic. Because,
Edward Gorey, check it out.
Yes, and it's not just because I'm in the book. K is for Kate, who was struck with an axe. That's right, that's me. Anyway, this one is also great.
How many people do you know that brag about being struck by an axe?
Not very many people can. Anyway.
Continue.
So there's the Gashly Crumb Tinies, and now we have, I keep wanting to say kickball, but it's knife ball. And it has things like I is for identity, which is easily stolen.
No, I was just thinking, can you imagine if you played kickball with the knife ball?
I think that might be the point. We'll find out once I get the book. It should be arriving within the week. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I have to say I'm excited too, because everything that you have, it's like I own it too.
It's true. Joint custody. Yeah. So yes, we'll review that book when it arrives, because I'm pretty excited. There'll be other couple of books that come with it that we'll also have to take a look at.
You know, we really missed our calling in publishing.
We really did. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking the other day about pet peeves, and this is a big pet peeve
yes.
of mine and yours.
Yes.
Because it seems like every great idea we have,
right.
somebody is spying on us
takes it.
clearly, and then they do.
So we clearly
things.
decided to give them easy access and post all of our ideas on the internet.
No, that just shows that it was our idea first.
I hope so. I like to think we're cutting out the middleman that's stalking us that we've never seen. And he's a tricky one.
Oh, speaking of stalking. Do you remember that time that your roommate thought that I was stalking your house?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Because what was it he thought somebody was throwing a rock at the window or something?
He thought so I was in another room, and this was actually, I think, I must have been in college, or I was working on a story or something. I was writing. And I was writing, and Norm Nielsen?
I don't know.
Nelson.
He's just Norm to me.
Just Norm!
Anyway,
comes in, I'm typing, and he's like, somebody's throwing rocks at the front living room window. And we lived in an older house, and the wind was blowing, and I'm like, it's just the wind, whatever. Right. So he leaves, and I'm typing, blah, 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 blah. He comes back in again. Somebody is throwing like pebbles at the front window, or shooting BB gun, or something is going on.
Yeah.
And at this point, I thought he was trying to play a joke on me and trying to get me up. And I'm like, no, nobody is doing anything. Just go watch television. It was like dealing with a kid.
Baby.
So the third time he comes in, no, Jared, really, somebody's throwing stuff at the window. Do you think it's Kate? Is Kate messing around with us?
Because I would do that.
I stop, fully turn around at my chair and look at him. If it was Kate and we hadn't noticed her by now, she would have lit the lawn on fire.
It's true. I'm very impatient when it comes to my stalking. I love that story.
She hadn't had a reaction by now. Took you guys a long time to meet too. He thought you were like Snuffleupagus and didn't exist.
I kind of was, yeah.
Anyway.
And sadly now all I remember about him is that. Don't tell him. If you're watching this, Norm, sorry. Awkward again.
You
should be keeping track of how many times that happens.
A lot. All right, and on that note, we're going to sign out for this episode. Remember to like, comment, favorite, follow, twit, and all that stuff. And I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
We'll see you next time.